Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
We're getting
Bob.
Justin here yet, Brad. I'm kind of getting my
Oh,
shoulders on
Bob.
top.
Why, Bob?
Okay, today we're going to talk about top 3 ways to sleep like you're dead.
Wow.
Plus we're going to do a giveaway. We're doing a giveaway once again of the SleepOvation mattress. Fantastic mattress. You're about to see why. Well, we like it so much. Brad and I both use this mattress. These mattresses, not together.
No.
We both have wives. But we both have found them to be very comfortable, especially you. You've got some shoulder issues and back pain.
Yeah,
so.
it has really been a treat for me for the last 8 months or so, whatever it's been here.
So all you're going to do is go down below into either below on YouTube or go over to Facebook and like us. It's all described right there. You'll need your email and your name.
You want me to show them this?
Yeah. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. You can join us on Instagram or Graham Cracker, whatever Brad calls it. And but yeah, there's our Facebook, Bob and Brad. Our Instagram is official Bob and Brad.
Right. But for the winning the mattress, you want to get to that
Bob and Brad,
Facebook.
Yeah, we'll mention on Instagram too.
Okay,
but,
good.
We'll mention on all our things. So number 1, the first step, there's 3 things you want to look at when you're trying to sleep like you're dead, which means you're going to sleep well, right? You're gonna go to sleep. You're not going to be tossing and turning all night. You're going to wake up, feel rested.
Matter of fact, last night I went to bed a little later than normal, about 10:15. Usually it's about a half hour before that. I woke up this morning, never woke up once all night. I was awake, 5:30. I was ready to go. It's like beautiful.
And for once you look good, Brad.
Well,
Bob, rested.
Well, it happens once in a while.
All right, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure the spine is in good alignment. And that's why we're showing here Sam the skeleton. You know, he's sleeping in the death pose here. But when you're sleeping when you think you're dead, your spine is nice and straight. You know, it's not bent or curved. So, you know, if you sleep on your back and you're on a good supporting mattress, the back is going to be straight.
Well, that's like, it has natural
curves. It
curves.
has natural curves in it, a curve in curve, the natural S curve.
Right.
Now, what you don't want, like if you sleep on your side, what can happen is it can sink down like this.
Right.
And cause a little bit of
This is
pressure
what
on
happens
my line.
with my back. I got spondylolisthesis, and when I lay on my side like this, before I had this mattress, it was 5 minutes is the longest I could lay. And it's like, this is not comfortable. That's changed dramatically
Right.
now.
And then the last thing you want to do, a lot of times you want to avoid, like if you're on your side and you twist the one leg over, so you're twisting the spine. So
Sure.
as much as you can keep the spine straight, generally you're going to be better off.
Sure.
All right, number 2, you want to avoid having the limbs at what we call end range. So this is a good example right here. You don't want to have your arm flexed like this all night long. You're compromising the blood vessels and the nerves.
Sure.
So, and the same with your knees. You wouldn't want to have them flexed all the way. You don't want to have them at the other end range either. A lot of times if people are having problems, even having their knees straight all night, they're better off putting a pillow underneath them and taking a little pressure off and putting your joint in mid-range.
Right. And this is probably more common with older people.
Older people, right? Young people can get away with it, and even the hips. You know, if they're completely extended when you're sleeping, they're not as comfortable.
Sure.
So you put pillows underneath it, and it puts it in that mid-range, and it's more comfortable.
Sure.
And you can do the same. If you want to give me another pillow, Brad.
Also, you can. A lot of times, people will move the pillow down here, so it takes pressure off the heel.
heels too. Yeah.
And you know, with this mattress, this is not near as critical.
Yep. And since you wouldn't give me a pillow, Brad,
I'm
I'll grab
sorry
it
about
myself.
that. I was going to give you this one.
So a lot of times people can do it under their arms too, and this stops the shoulder from being way extended. Now it's slightly flexed, the elbow's just slightly flexed, and you know it's in a comfortable position. We a lot of times even have 2 pillows, like put another one underneath here.
You bet. You know, when we have someone with a shoulder injury, this is very popular.
Is very comfortable.
Yeah.
You can see how it's just a nice, comfortable position. Now, the same with this, going back to the spine, Brad, because you're trying to keep the spine aligned, you don't want to put 2 pillows under the neck and bring the head way up like this. This is one thing I like about this spine, by the way, Brad. It bends.
Oh, right. You
look
mean
at
with
this.
Sam?
Yeah, with Sam.
Yeah.
So this is by 3B. They sell these good skeletons.
So this is what we want to avoid.
Right, this is what we want to avoid. Look at that, all night long, the extreme stress on the spine there we got going.
And you cannot breathe as well either this way.
Right.
Airflow.
So number one was the spine. Number two was to keep the joints at like in mid-range, not at end range.
Right.
And number three is you want to have decreased point pressure. What do I mean by that? Right now, you know, he's in good alignment, but the problem is there's a lot of stress right here because we're on a hard board. There's stress right here. Brad, you want to take it down the line?
Yeah, right here at the sacrum, oftentimes. Then we go down. It could be at the knees if the person hyperextended. Oftentimes people do not. But the heels is the big one. This is where skin breakdown can be really a problem.
Well, let's turn him, Brad.
Okay.
And we'll show how this really puts point pressure on areas here. Now you look at how much pressure there is on the joint here. This is why we recommend when you lay on your side to actually use two pillows so that the spine stays aligned.
Right.
But you still got that pressure on the point of the shoulder.
Right.
You got a lot of pressure on the hip.
Right there.
You got a lot of pressure on the knee, and again you got a pressure on the ankle. So now you can adjust pillows and take the pressure off the spine and those points, but this mattress helps kind of solve some of these problems right away. So we take the boards away. I feel like I'm a magician.
Well, Bob,
Take those
you
boards
know,
away.
some people say you are.
So now look at this when he's laying on his back here now, and he doesn't weigh very much, but he's sinking into the point. Now look at this. There's even pressure all the way along here. There's even pressure right along here.
Yeah.
Look at the hip and the knee, and show it on the heel. That's where it's really quite.
You can see the individual cells. There's 700 of them on these beds, and this, you know, one cell will take that up, you know, as opposed to that big flat mattress where you don't get that individual pressure relief.
Now there's a cover that goes over the top of this too.
Well, yeah, we're just looking at the.
Let's put them on the side, Brad, and the same thing here again. The shoulder sinks into those individual cells and takes the pressure off. Shoulder, the hip, the point of the hip sinks into individual cells and takes the pressure off.
Let's go on the back. I just want to make one point that you had mentioned earlier. This part here where the pelvis sinks in and provides support to the low back. That's where I specifically noticed when I got on this mattress. I never felt that before. So I've got support on my low back. I've never felt it before.
You never felt that before when you
Oh
lay
yeah,
on the back.
yeah,
Right.
big difference for me.
Now, if you don't have a mattress like this, there's some things you can try. I mean,
Sure.
you can use. Do you want to grab one of the towels to
Yep, some
create the
things.
belt?
All these things you have right at home. You can roll up a towel like this to help.
And you can actually put it around a little bit above your waist, and that'll create a gap right here, or create some support right here, so your spine doesn't flex down like this.
Right.
Or if you lay on your side like this, the spine won't sink down.
Right.
It's giving some support there.
So here's an example of a sheet we have rolled up, and that can be helpful. They make cushions for this that you can purchase. They cost $30 to $50.
Big lumbar rolls.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Sleep rolls.
Sleep rolls. Yeah.
Mackenzie has a nice one, but you can do this without spending money and still get some relief.
Just one more thing. We'll show you when you sleep on your side. Maybe we'll grab that one, Brad, too. If you sleep on your side, you want to take stress off your shoulder. You can create what we call the canal here.
Oh,
yes. He's on his side, and you put a smaller pillow, like right here under the trunk.
So you get the rib cage supported there.
So now you see there's a gap there. There's a canal there, and there's a lot less stress on the point of the shoulder there.
Right.
And it probably takes a little bit of stress off that point of the hip there too,
Sure,
doesn't it?
yep.
So.
There we go. There we go. We want to keep that there, maybe here.
Yeah.
Scratching his head.
So we got some other videos on positioning I'm sure it'll come up in our playlist.
Sure.
So, but we just wanted to show you, those are the three things you want to look at. The spine, the point pressure,
Right.
and don't put the limbs at end range.
Sure.
It's really bad, like if you have carpal tunnel, to sleep with your arm like this and curled up all night long.
Especially, and then the wrist
Yeah.
goes like that. Or if you put it the other direction too, it can either way. you're gonna have problems.
So make sure you sign up for the contest. You know, well, who doesn't want a free mattress, right?
Right. And how many have we given? Well, we helped SleepOvation give away about 5 so far.
Yeah, I think
last year.
Yeah. So we're gonna do one a month this year.
One a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, and it doesn't cost you a thing. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Are you happy?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Thanks
Wow.
for watching.